She was a princess, yet she had no choice in her own life. King Herodon of Valoria was a man who loved power more than people. When a wealthy old merchant from a distant land offered him an alliance, sealed by marriage to his daughter, the king agreed without hesitation. Princess Seraphina refused. "I will not marry an old man," she said, her voice steady despite her fear. But King Herodon would not listen. "This marriage will strengthen our kingdom." Seraphina realized she could not fight him openly, so one evening she said, "I will agree to the marriage, but on one condition." The king narrowed his eyes. "What condition?" Princess said, "I want a grand candlestick made for me. It must hold 50 candles." The king, "Is that all? Consider it done." He summoned the finest craftsman in the kingdom and ordered him to build the magnificent candlestick. It took days of careful work. Late one night, Princess called the craftsman. "I have one more request," she said. "You must build a hidden door into the candlestick." The craftsman hesitated, then said, "As you wish, Your Highness." When the candlestick was completed, it was a masterpiece. No one suspected the secret it held within. The day before the wedding, the king left the palace with the old merchant to make grand announcements across the kingdom. It was the moment Seraphina had been waiting for. She gathered small portions of food and quietly placed them inside the hollow space of the candlestick. Then, with a deep breath, she stepped inside and locked the hidden door behind her. Darkness surrounded her, but she remained calm. When the king returned, he went straight to his daughter's room. "Seraphina!" he called. No answer. The room was empty. On her bed lay a letter. With trembling hands, the king opened it. "Father, I cannot live a life I did not choose. By the time you read this, I will have gone to the river to end my life." The king's face turned pale. He ordered the guards to search every corner of the kingdom, but Seraphina was nowhere to be found. Days passed. At last, unable to bear the memories in her chamber, he ordered the great candlestick to be removed. "Take it away," he said. "I cannot look at it any more." The craftsman carried it back to his workshop, unaware of the secret hidden inside. The very next day, a young prince named Prince Adrian arrived in the town. When he saw the magnificent candlestick in the craftsman's shop, he was captivated. "This is extraordinary," Adrian said. "I will take it." That night, the candlestick stood proudly in his chamber. Deep inside, Seraphina waited in silence. When darkness fell and the palace grew still, she carefully opened the hidden door and stepped out into the room. Prince Adrian stirred in his sleep, but as she moved, Prince suddenly woke. He sat up. He saw a beautiful girl standing in his room. "Who are you?" he asked. Seraphina froze, then slowly spoke. "I mean you no harm." She told him everything. As Adrian listened, his expression softened. "You were brave," he said. Days turned into weeks as Seraphina stayed hidden in the prince's palace. And one day, Prince Adrian asked, "Will you stay as my queen?" Seraphina said, "Yes." They were married not for wealth or power, but for love and respect.